Let me take this opportunity to reach out to you all, especially those who've taken programs with One Core and we've discussed inner work and MIC, the MICK, your motivation, inspiration, your cheer, and your kindness. In this very unusual time of our community, of our world, where we are forced to stay put for quarantine. The word quarantine only comes to mind in science fiction for me, and yet we are going through this right now. It is an opportunity for us to really get to know ourselves as we manage this uncertainty. And a lot of the principles of One Core, which is about one, you first, focusing on your core, whatever matters most to you, in order for you to be the best version of yourself so you can be a transformative agent for change for others. It's an opportunity for you to really um, test those anchors, test everything, and rejoice and celebrate the uniqueness that grounds you in who you really are. What do I mean by this? Moments of trial, moments of stress bring out the uniqueness of people, bring out our default modes of responding to situations. Uh, I talk about this a lot in my second book, Focus on What Matters. This calmness amidst the ambiguity. And clearly now it's an ambiguity that many of us can commonly resonate with, identify with, because now the entire world is worried about this coronavirus. There's several tips that I'd like to give. The first one being always trust yourself. Number one, that you've been through a lot in your life. You've been through many adversities and you've come out a better person. You have learned from all of those situations in the past. And this too, this timing of the virus will pass. We don't know how many weeks or possibly months will the heightened all of this alert be lessened. Nonetheless, it's the energy, your confidence in managing the situation that will help other people around you also benefit from the wisdom and the love and the calmness and the certitude that you've gained, you've mastered through the years in your life. The energy that you bring into every room, every conversation, every text, every email right now, where you are helping people um, settle in rather than have doubt. The tips I would love to give is number one, make sure that aside from the confidence that you bring, make sure that you spend at least 5 to 10 minutes um, doing some uh, meditation and breathing, being present at the moment and being grateful for the new day that you and your loved ones are um, together right now. And for those who don't have their loved ones with them, um, you're grounding yourself in your own, you're anchoring yourself in your own core, in your psychological, emotional, and spiritual self will allow them to also feel across the miles your presence. No? That grounding versus the erratic nervous energy that you're trying to that you are unconsciously transmitting through the miles, and instead of creating certitude and safety um, of hearing from you that everything will be okay, if there is a lot of distrust and unconsciously transmitting all of that fear through your messages, then the people that you love who are far away also will absorb that unsettling feeling. So have those 5 to 10 minutes of quieting down, meditation, grounding yourself in activities that help you be present at the moment. Um, Take walks, being outdoors, just practice social distancing outdoors, not meaning going to malls or cafes, but taking a walk just outside your residents are being able to um, get that sun, the energy of the natural sun and sunlight, and um, just be responsible with um, washing your hands when you come back into the house and changing your clothes. All of this is an opportunity for you to be attuned with yourself. And I think about my own challenges of being attuned with myself now that I am older and coming into an acceptance of who I am. Uh, there are many things that uh, I can always focus on with regards to changing or transforming uh, things about me. But that's not where you want your energy to go. You want your energy to be anchored on things that you are proud about, that you can celebrate, so that if there are things that you want to improve, and all of us have areas for improvement, then the energy of going towards improvement comes from first an anchoring, first with a positive, first with a grounding of the things that you've already been able to accomplish. So again, the quiet time is very important right now, especially since your energy affects the energy of the people around you. So right now, more than ever, you are sharing hours of time with your family in the same under the same roof for an extended amount of days versus Mondays and Fridays, sometimes until Saturdays, people going to work. Now you're all under one roof, and so there's a period of adjustment for everyone, and that is a natural period of adjustment. I had some calls from some people, and I was beginning to feel the same way the other day of getting a little bit cabin fever. It's like you want to get out and all of that. So making sure that, because we didn't know how long this quarantine would last, making sure that your psychological self, so the understanding, okay, that this is necessary, and the emotional self catches up, which is something that it's a new kind of catch up. So be patient with yourself. You've never had to catch up with something like this before, that, wow, you're being asked to actually stay home. It's really, and it's not just 1 2 days. You know what I mean? So that's a normal adjustment and discomfort that you just have to accept and manage. But acknowledging it is important. And then, of course, being able to communicate to the people in the home and being present to them as they talk about their own uncertainties. So all the more the 5 to 10 minuters are so important, because now when you speak to them, you're not speaking from fear, you're not speaking from uncertainty, you're speaking from a day-to-day certitude that their life is not reliant on what's on the news, that their life is not reliant on any other uh, unknowing, because the space that you're creating is a space of um, being mindful at the moment, being responsible for what you can be responsible for. At the same time, being cautious enough and responsible enough to address any needs that especially the minors in your home have. Uh, Take it a day at a time. I always tell people that being in touch with our feelings is important, and if there's anything that I can be that I can be a witness to, is that our feelings are actually our best way to connect with ourselves, and, and when we connect with ourselves, and that authenticity, it allows us to just be. And when we are authentic in our feelings and accepting and embracing our feelings, then the people around us also breathe a little bit better, because they know that there's nothing really cooped up inside, that whatever they see is what they get. And they know that they should be comfortable with their feelings as well. Uh, Life is very short. And as we go through the days of uncertainty, if you've ever been to one core course, what I would love to do is recommend that you go through and review your MICK habits. It's an opportunity for you to, again, be anchored on things that matter most to you. Because at this point, being the best version of yourself is really a gift, because you are enclosed in a smaller amount of space, a smaller space. So that energy, practicing and mastering that positive energy in this smaller amount of space, it's a great inner work exercise. And we are actually, I would love to have some banter back and forth. If you would like to leave some comments on the uh, section below, if this is a post, or if you would like to go to the Facebook page of the One Core, um, we can have those conversations and continue to encourage one another. Remember, life is too short, so let's focus on what matters.